Well, hello there, replay viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for sharing on Twitter. And thank you for giving hearts. And to all of the faithful followers, I am doing a Share the Love with Afroscope. Hello, Beauty Fleek. Thank you so much for subscribing. Elong Davis, thank you so much for subscribing. Ebony Angel Davis. Nia, thank you so much for subscribing to the Wise Courtship Philosophy. Hi, guys. Be Beauty, thank you so much for sharing. I am in the middle of a Periscope. Hello, darling. Beauty Flick, hello. Thank you so much for sharing, darling. I'm in the middle of an Afroscope Share the Love. Actually, I'm the tail end, and it's raining so bad here. I was watching each and every scope, and when I got ready to scope, I got knocked off. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm the last person in the Share the Love for today. So if you guys go ahead and share on Twitter and share with your followers, maybe some of the Afroscope Periscope, and someone can also go to the Afroscope Periscope Facebook page and let them know that I am on, that I am live. And I'm going to move this over in a minute if it cooperates. Hello, MH564. Thank you so much for subscribing to the Wise Courtship Philosophy. Yeah, it's raining pretty hard here, and so I guess I just experienced technical difficulties. And I'm not certain if the technical difficulty is going to allow me to flip my phone over. So we shall see. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Be Beauty. I appreciate that so much. Hello, guys. Hi, Afroscope, Periscope. Listen, while I'm working with my technical difficulties, for those of you, you're in Georgia? Okay, I'm in North Carolina right now. I'm in North Carolina. For those of you who don't know about Afroscope Periscope, it is a Facebook community. We support one another here on Periscope. You can find us by going to Facebook and looking up Afroscope Periscope. There's a link that will come up the chat box in a moment and will continue to come up the chat box. And hi, Miss Show Enough. I enjoyed your scope, darling. And right now I'm doing Afroscope Periscope Share the Love, and you join that community and we help one another, we support one another. You can be African, African American, have African roots anywhere in the world. And I'm trying to flip over my phone, guys. I just been having terrible technical difficulties, so just hang in there with me. We've been talking about oh, you're in North Carolina? Okay, all right. We've been talking about unemployment in the Share the Love, and so about solving the problems in Nigeria, the unemployment, and she gave some great ideas that you could even use here in the U.S. It's pouring here in Atlanta. I hear that. And also, Princess of Suburbia talked about the unemployment and the impact of unemployment in the black communities. But she also gave some great that we could do to help with unemployment. Oh, you're in Charlotte. Okay, I'm outside of Fayetteville, darling. I'm not too far from you. I'm about 3 hours from you. And Habiba talked about, oh Lordy, she talked about the unemployment mindset. It is a mindset. That's right. Be your own boss. Even in London, no matter where you are, you can be your own boss. So today, what I'm talking about, and I'm sorry if you guys are going to end up looking at this poster. I'm trying to flip over, but my phone is really, after it got knocked off, it's acting up. But I'm going to talk about the fact that unemployment is a blessing. Unemployment is a blessing. And I know some people are going to be like, what? What do you mean that that's a blessing? It can be a blessing. Just like a blessing, being unemployed can certainly be a blessing as well. So you're saying, well, I'm not getting my steady paycheck. I'm not getting my steady paycheck. I'm used to getting a certain amount of money and I've got bills due. I've got all of these things that's going on with me. But the reason why I say that it is a blessing, it gives you the opportunity to, one, and I'm going to talk in 3 parts, to, one, sometime next week. I'm not sure what you're saying, Nia. Maybe you're answering somebody else. I'm trying to tell you that it can be a blessing if, one, you take the opportunity to rethink. Okay, rethink. That's the first point. Think about what you're doing now. Hi, AJ Harding. Thank you so much for subscribing. Think about what you're doing now, yourself a chance to rethink. Do you want to continue doing what you've been doing before, or would you like to move in another direction? See, very often people, when they get unemployed, they go right into looking for another job, which I get that. Oh, I turned it over. I get that. I mean, I really get that. You do have to pay your bills. You do have to do certain things in your life, but you want to take that opportunity to think, okay? Do you want to go in the same direction you've been going in before, or do something else? And if you do want to, there I am. And if you do want to try something different, we got to talk about your scope, girl, because that was powerful. I love that. I love that scope miss showing up. I loved it. And I shared it too, so that someone will be blessed by that. Thank you guys for the hearts. Do you want to continue doing what you do, or do you want to try something else? And even if you decide you want to try something else and bills still have to be paid, you can come up with a strategy to work while you're, strategy that you can implement. I don't want to use the same word twice, while you're working. So yes, do you want to try something different, or do you want to do the same thing? That's what unemployment does. It gives you an opportunity to rethink. And sometimes God is trying to tell some people, because you keep getting unemployed, unless you got a real bad attitude and you came and showed up at the job with a gun, unless it was something like that, a lot of times God is trying to show you, listen, you got to go this direction. No matter what. Sometimes we can think about it. I'm ready to try something different for sure. Absolutely. And we've definitely got to talk about that. Sometimes God is saying, listen, I don't care what you think you want to do. You're going to do this. Now, you think you're not going to like it, but you're going to really love it once you get out there. It's scary, but you're going to love it. Working a job or something that you know how to do, but maybe it's an opportunity for you to work both of those things, or plan to segue into doing something on your own, or even a new entrepreneurship. It may be whatever. That's right. Hashtag listen. Okay, because things are happening in your life for a reason. Sanjay Sagar. You know what? I can read, and when I look back at this replay, I'm like, oh, that see in the background is raining really hard. I got knocked off, couldn't get back on. But I did a little recap of what the share of the love was in Afroscope, Periscope. So, no, that's okay. That's everyone's scope. And when I got ready to go on, I just couldn't connect. It was raining hard. I had to start all over again. But point one is that unemployment is a blessing, that it gives us point one, a chance to rethink. Do I want to? Is that it? Let's see. I didn't know you came live. Yes, ma'am. I told them to send a word out on the Facebook that I was on. Thank you guys for joining. I'm sorry that you guys had to wait like that. It also gives us a chance to know whether we want to renew or to revisit. That's what unemployment does for us. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I had technical difficult think. The second thing is that it allows us to renew or to revisit. Renew or revisit. Now, if you're unemployed, skills, maybe to do. I thought she did connect with you guys to tell you that I was on. So thank you. So renew or revisit. Do you need to just brush up on your skills, your typing skills, your speaking skills, your connecting skills, your writing skills, your editing skills, whatever it is. Oh, I'm sorry, you freezing dog. To renew the skills. Or are you going, are you going to revisit? I've gotten hints before. Wow, your network's bad too. You may have gotten hints before that you need to start your own business, or you may have gotten hints before that you need to completely change your career. You may be a nurse, but you really need to be an actress, whatever it is. So you may need to revisit, come back to some things you had in your mind that you knew you should be doing. And unemployment comes as a blessing to get you to either one, rethink, or 2, to renew or to revisit. So definitely do that. Unemployment can be a blessing. As Esther already told us, Suburbia showed us non-traditional areas, or going back to the basics of things that we can do when we're in unemployment. Habiba showed us that it is a mindset. Once you get that mind straight, then you can move forward. When you see it in a different way, you can move forward. What if no unemployment? Can you explain that a little bit further? Unemployment can be a blessing. Yes. Lord, come cover me. Right? That's right. That's right. And you know what? With this group, Afroscope, Periscope, we're here to help you. We're here to serve you. That connect with, so that you won't just be jumping out in the blind. Unemployment can be a blessing. Yes, ma'am. And the last thing I want to say is that unemployment, notice how one door must close before another can open. Absolutely. Let me tell you, before this whole wise courtship movement, I was a professor. I was doing all kinds of other things. I always had my own business, always. If you're working but want to change, okay, yeah, you definitely want to talk to me, because I always work with people in this regard. Listen, I was a professor for a long time, owned my own business for a long time, and I was still doing good at my own business. But I remember the Lord knocked everything down. Everything down. I couldn't really do anything with my business at that time. I was, with all of the professors, they supposedly laid off all the senior professors. I don't even look like a senior, but they went by the amount of years, and they laid off all the senior professors, and the only thing picked that up. And from that, it launched the business I already had. I laid that off a year. Okay, I got you. Yeah, you definitely want to connect with me so we could talk about this further. But I laid it down, and when I picked it back up, it elevated everything else I was doing. It expanded everything else that I was doing. So unemployment can do the last thing. We talked about 1, it can help you rethink. 2, it can help you renew or revisit. And the third thing is it can help you reignite. It can help you reignite some things that you felt like you should have been doing before. Listen, it's already there. You just need to pull it out. You just need to step out on faith. You may need to get a mentor, and if you need to see me, please see me. And I noticed that she was not on, so I'm gonna have to try to reach out to her. Okay, yeah, absolutely. That confirms something, that maybe things are not right, or maybe she's very busy, but we need to reach out to her. I'm sorry that while you're having struggle net today, we all get it, girl. We all get it, but it may be better on the replay. Okay, so definitely check out the replay. Also, Andalona, the natural hair blogger. Yeah, I haven't seen her too as well. So the last is to reignite. Okay, when you are unemployed, this may be the opportunity to reignite an old hobby, to reignite something that you believe you could have done before, to reignite. Like I said, I had this manuscript sitting there 3/4 of the way finished, never having time to do it. Why? Because I was busy running around being a professor, running around with my business. Unemployment can be a blessing because thank you so much for that. It can be a blessing because it gives you a chance to settle down and to really think. Hello, guys, Succulent Mocha, and someone else came in. Thank you so much for subscribing to the Wise Courtship Philosophy. We're in the middle of a Share the Love with Afroscope Periscope. You can join Afroscope Periscope by going to the Facebook page, looking up Afroscope Periscope. A link will be coming up in a few minutes. Thank you so much for the time. Thank you guys for the heart blast. I appreciate that so very much. And you can also join by just going to that Facebook page, or a link will be coming up shortly. Oh, good. A link will be coming up shortly, okay? So that you can join Afroscope Periscope. What are the qualifications? Well, if you're African, African American, an African that have African roots anywhere around the world, but it doesn't matter your skin color. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. If you love Africa, want to learn more about it, if you want to connect with a group of feedback who are supporting you here on Periscope, and guess what? Beyond Periscope, beyond Periscope. Many of us have been on one another's shows. Many of us have been collaborating and connecting on other levels. So you want to join AfroScope Periscope. The link will come back up in a moment, but if you miss it, you can go on Facebook and look up AfroScope Periscope. Guys, thanks for the hearts. Thanks for sharing on Twitter. And thanks for sharing with your followers. So if you are in a place of unemployment, please listen. If you missed the share the love, then after that was Princess of Suburbia. Then after that was Habib. And then look for the hashtag share the love. Hashtag, of course, darling. All of those replays. You can give hearts on those replays. You can also share on Twitter on those replays. But you need to really watch all of it to get the meat of all of it. So in closing, because I got 1 minute, for unemployed, don't let it get you down. It says it's a mindset. Change that mindset. And blessing, an opportunity to either rethink what you've been doing, direction. Look at it, renew your skills or to revisit old ones. Look at it as an opportunity to reignite either past hobby. Look at it in the positive way, and it will bless you if you take the opportunity to see a blessing. Thank you so much, guys. This has been brought to you by AfroScope Periscope. Visit us on Facebook, AfroScope Periscope. Just search us. We're there. Take care. And this is Tony Henderson-Mayers. I've already done my scope for today, so watch the replay if you missed my regular scope. This is Tony Henderson-Mayers. Remember, I help you detect a lover worth living with. Goodbye.